I want to thank God for giving me the privilege to do this video. And just so you know, these are the pictures God gave to me. I didn't select these pictures because of the headband or nothing. These are the pictures God gave to me, just like all the pictures you see on my videos, God gave to me. Now, this may be your first time ever hearing me. Please stay with this. Make sure you hear everything. This is all about God's people. And when I say God's people, I'm saying the biblical people. And this ain't going to be no crazy video. So don't think just because I say God or God's people, oh, this dude, he's just a biblical, he's a Bible nut or black. And you've been programmed that anything that makes sense, you turn down. Shit that self-destroys you, like disobeying God and stuff, you turn that up. So I'm asking you to sit down, especially if you knew of Tupac Shakur. Because one thing about Tupac, he was a real live dude. Like, he wasn't afraid to walk into the darkness of uncertainties, the darkness of somebody got guns on him. He's putting his middle fingers up at niggas shooting. This nigga's trying to go for his gun. When they trying to rob him, he gets shot the fuck up. I think he shot himself. This is a real live nigga. Like I'm from Jersey, and you see that shit out here. You understand? So I could definitely relate to Pac, but this ain't about me. But people are going to say, like the new ones, they ain't never heard me. Who you? Who you think you are? Well, it's not who I think I am. It's who I know I am. I've been doing this for decades. I want you to know that you're dealing with a soldier that been doing this for decades. But I have the spiritual calling. And I'm going to be telling you a lot of stuff in this video because this is what Pac would have me do. Now, first I want to talk about the spirit of Pac. See, the spirit of Pac is going through America. He told you what was going to happen. See, a spark is a spirit. Now, peace out to Soulless. Soulless did a good video on Pac and stuff about that, about how Pac got shot and why it was over jewelry. And Soulless was saying stuff about, well, he shouldn't have joined the gang when he was an older dude and whatever. So peace out to Soulless. Jesus Christ. We're going to definitely put credit where credit is due. But all of this is metaphysical. And all of this is coming from God, the womb. Because everything comes from the womb in the Bible for people that really study the Bible. So you got to talk about the divine feminine. And this is why Tupac talked about Dear Mama. And then when he was leaving y'all, he gave y'all Hail Mary. See, Tupac was trying to tell you stuff about the divine mother, which they call Mary, but is also Isis and a lot of other names. See, this is where we going on this. See, ain't no suckers over here. You dealing with a soldier that came up in them streets. I was in them streets when I was a young ass dude. We going way back. Let me just tell you how way back we going. But this don't mean I'm ancient. It means I'm very knowledgeable, but not because I'm saying look at me. I don't never come on camera. I'm telling you, listen to what God is saying so you don't end up on the wrong side of what's about to happen in this country. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's the holy city for people to know. The 13th son used to tell you about Atlanta, Georgia. I was in Atlanta, Georgia when the underground was just dirt. And we was walking, I was just a little kid, and we was just walking around in the dirt when they were just beginning to build the underground. That's how way back I go. But this is decades of God training me for these moments. In fact, when God began to really call me, God began to show me how important Tupac Shakur was. Because I was from the East Coast, and back then, in them days, we wasn't really feeling Pac like that. Most of us, a lot of them might have, but we wasn't really feeling Pac because he was always saying shit. We ain't understand what that nigga was talking about. So God made me, God said, I'm not going to give you your spiritual gifts until you know who Tupac is. Now, after Tupac got shot up, you can find that video right now on YouTube. Suge Knight gave a talk. And when Suge Knight gave a talk, he said Tupac wasn't born. Tupac was sent. All right? And these people that are here on this planet, Malcolm and other ones, they're not necessarily born. They're sent. Now, you could sit there and debate it, but this ain't going to be about no debate. This is going to be about me telling you facts as they are. And if you want to dig deeper, that's up to you. But I don't play no games. I never did. Ever since I was on this planet, they called me an old soul. See, I'm an old soul. I came here with a purpose, and I know what my purpose is. And I'm going to do what my purpose is. And I'm going to tell y'all what's really going on right now. Why Tupac's spirit is being resurrected. Because he said a spark is a spirit. Now, here's the deal. When I say spirit, let's say some of y'all don't believe Tupac is dead. Someone say, I know you don't know what you're talking about because you one of them people saying Tupac dead. But we know Tupac faked his death. I never said none of that. I said spirit. So you have to understand sometimes a spirit just come through. Like it might be a spirit of music. Like somebody might have a Jimi Hendrix spirit. Like there's a female in India right now named Mohini Day, one of the greatest bass player of all time. But they compare her to Jimi Hendrix. She's got Jimi Hendrix spirit. And if you really knew Jimi Hendrix music, Like the Wind Cried Mary. A lot of Jimi Hendrix music sound like Hindu. Because you had Eric Clapton that also had that crying guitar. But that crying guitar is really something coming from India, Hindu. But if you really understood the Bible, names like Abraham, you got Brahma there. And I've been showing y'all. Shiva's, a lot of y'all don't know that in the book of Revelation, Shiva's there. Shiva's there. That's a destroyer. That's Hindu as well. So I'm not bragging or boasting. All I'm trying to let y'all know is God is about to do something. So we got to get past this low-level stuff. Sometimes we call it niggerism, when we arguing and don't want to feed. All that silly stuff. The Bible talks about Joseph. Now, Joseph was called and sent by God to teach his brothers, but his brothers killed his ass. Because they love the devil. They love the world. Like a lot of people out here, they say they hate the devil, but they still down with white supremacy, even though it's hating themselves. And you have people like Pac, the coming, this gentleman right here, who I'm going to say his name in a minute, but there's a reason why I'm not saying his name. And I'm just one dude doing all of this. And I see where it's going. I see where it's going because I'm trying to just stay where I'm supposed to. But mama ain't going to let me do that. So Pac tried to tell you when he wrote Dear Mama. Pac tried to tell you when he said Hail Mary. He tried to tell you now it's time for y'all to wake up and begin to remember where you came from and who you really are. You're the mystical. You're the chosen people. And it's time for y'all to wake up. So that's how I'm coming at you. I'm not coming at you with no punk shit because I'm not getting no younger. I got heart trouble, all kind of shit. I don't need no stupid ass shit in my life. This is what's up now. You can study and learn more. It's tons of videos on my channels. All my channels are in the description box. For people that need to get their natal chart, I got a channel for that. So that's what's up. And you hear everybody out here telling you, the God 720 also out there in Nevada where Tupac got shot. He telling you get your natal chart. That dude's Young Pharaoh, who is going to get himself in a lot of trouble with that mouth of his. He tell you get your natal chart. RFG Chosen one tell you get your natal chart. Almost everybody I know that is anybody telling you to get your natal chart. That's just a fact. So anything you see that I'm doing out here is because I'm called and sent and trained by the Most High to do exactly what I do. Now, hopefully you can deal with that. But I want to, because people say, well, who are you? Well, I just told you. This is over 4 decades of being real with God and being taught directly by God to finish this up. And I never knew. Now, peace out. This brother used to go by the name of Thomas More. And then their name in the Bible, the name Moor is in the Bible. These are biblical Moors, biblical Hebrews. Not everybody calling himself a Moor might not necessarily be a Moor. But I'm talking about biblical Hebrews, biblical Moors. And I got channels full of Bible studies. This one and all these other channels that are in the description box. And for the natal stuff, the astro stuff that you need, that's how they found the Messiah. They followed his natal. They followed his star. You got to have that. You got to know why you're here, what your purpose is, what you're connected to. All right. So that's what's up. So when Suge said mama, he kept saying mama when he was talking after Tupac got shot in Vegas. And so the interviewer didn't know who Suge was talking about. So she said, who are you talking about? Afeni, which is Tupac's mother's name. And then Suge went, yeah. But Suge knew the Divine Mother. See, he knew what I know. And the God 720 tell you the same thing. And Tupac was trying to tell you in his music that connection. So now I was talking about, so his name was Thomas More. There's a video out here right now. You can see this dude look just like Tupac. Now, I didn't know this dude. This dude didn't know me. And the Divine Mother told me, solve the mystery of Thomas. And I stay busy. I was like, look, I ain't got no time for this. I'm busy. So I kept going on what I was doing. All kind of mysteries coming to Book of Thomas with the twins. He's a twin of Jesus. And I'm trying to tell y'all certain things, but like I said, y'all ain't ready for it. So so that was my assignment from God. Find the mystery of Thomas. And I don't know what God talking about. But I studied the Gnostics. Thomas, he's the twin of Jesus, and the little girl is all. See, the mother comes in 3 categories: the little girl or the teenage girl. But it's the same category. The little girl and the teenage girl is the same. Then it's a woman that's in her 30s or so, and then it's the crone woman. The woman could be in her 30s or 40s, but then it's the crone woman, and she's the old lady. These are all ways that the Divine Mother shows herself. Now, if you really read your Bible, the Divine Mother is all in your Bible. That's why if you really read the Gospel, everybody named Mary. Mary, everybody Mary, Sister Mary, Mary Magdalene, Mary, Mother Mary, Mary. All right, so that's the Divine Mother talking to you. Just like when you say the Lord's Prayer, for y'all that never heard this, y'all say our fat her. You're talking about the Divine Mother, which, again, if I told you there's a witch outside. You say, oh, what you mean? You talking about a witch that wear black with the black top hat? I say, yeah, the same way Abraham Lincoln dressed. And he's the one that allegedly freed these people, these mystical people that are the real people of God. That's what this is all about. They're about to be liberated. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is why you need to stay tuned. This is why you need to listen to this entire video. This is why you need to do research. This is why you need to learn how to walk in the spirit, because that's what it's going to boil down to. And all of this is in the description box. Now you got to remember, when Biggie came out, he was saying fuck Jehovah because his mother was Jehovah and all kind of. And Tupac was getting it Biggie. Like, how you going to say, how you going to blaspheme in God and stuff? So let's keep it 100. So Tupac said he would be the spark. So when I say his spirit, I'm not saying he died or not died. I said his spirit, just like he gave you that prophecy. He said he's going to be the spark that changes the world. Now, a lot of y'all don't know that when we first started getting into with Russia again after Crimea and the Ukraine, that's what the Russians said. That Russian said, not Putin, but Putin's right-hand man. Putin's right-hand man said, we're going to bomb America. And he said, the only thing I'm going to miss out of America is Tupac. Now, why the heck would some Russian say something like that? Because this is deeper than y'all saying. See, this is my life. This is what I do. Y'all ever been to a restaurant where the guy that's kind of like in charge of that restaurant, that's like his whole life? Well, when it comes to this Bible and walking with God, this is my whole life. I will not be disrespected. I will not be questioned on this stuff. You guys, it's your burden to study and learn. It's my burden to show you what's just common sense, bro. It's right in front of y'all. This dude, Stefante, he dancing in the courtrooms just like Pac. You understand? It's like Pac is all, his spirit is just increasing on people. On my video, this channel you on right now, you seeing people telling these cops back up on this crazy shit. And even they starting to back up. I'm not anti nothing because I know you need order. And I know our people, a lot of our people are out of order because of what we've been through. But you just can't be killing people down, innocent people and all that kind of crazy shit. And Pac is the same dude that got gunplay down in Atlanta. And he walked out without no charges. Because the dudes he was pulled that gun out on, they was doing illegal shit. That's criminal. I don't care what you represent. If it's illegal, we going to call it what it is. See, if you did know the word of God, it says cast down deception with truth. Like, I'm an ordained minister, okay? I'm not no low-life nigga. You ain't got to follow me through your stores. You don't have to disrespect me just because you see a black man. Or maybe I pull up in my car as a little hoopty, a little OJ, need a paint job. So you think you ain't got to respect me because I'm nothing but a dirty, low-life nigga. So now I got to tell you who I am. I got to tell you my name, your boss's name who knows me, and what I do. Not because I'm saying, look, I could give a fuck less about me. That's why I don't never come on camera. I'm not here to play these YouTube little games. I'm going to tell you what's really good, what's really going on. And guess what? Let me tell you one of my best talks I gave out here. Long time ago, I had a channel with the title Ethiopian. See, because I associate with Ethiopia more than anything. But that's really the East Africa. That's the ancient priesthood. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but that's what I associate with. You don't remember everything, but you just know where you from. It was a kid from Africa or something. He was on a plane one time. And when he flew over, he knew he was from Africa, and they thought he was crazy. But that's why I said, when you got your natal chart, you see all that. We've lived many lives. We mystical people. So you just know certain. You don't know everything. But I never associated. I always thought that was a hoax. And the more people I meet, they say, no, we was here. This is our country. They flipped it and made you think you came from somewhere else, but you was already here. And I used to work outside because I did sanitation. I had a route. We worked in our neighborhood. You had to go to the white people's houses, rich ass Jews and white people. You had to go in their yard and find their garbage cans. They didn't even have to put them on the curb. You had to roll a big ass green barrel, a big ass green. They didn't have to put the can. You had to go get it. But on my route, a lot of those street names are my family's names. And I've had so many experiences on my so-called garbage route that I know that was mine. Even on that route, this is all rich white people, Jews and all that. I was on that route one day, rolling my barrel, coming up the street to get the garbage and shit. And this unbelievably beautiful black woman was coming down. Now it happens to be that she was my sister's friend, my younger sister's friend, 3 years younger than me. And they used to be over here. And that girl, by the time I seen her again, I mean, she looked like a freaking goddess. Had on them spandex and shit. She just walking by herself. And I'm like, damn, how you on this street? And the funny thing is that street is her name. Williams and shit. And that's her name. That's her last name. So that God is always talking to you if you listening. So that was some metaphysical shit. And then I recently rode down that street, and almost all those streets got my family names and shit. So this is God's way of telling you who you really are. He's waking you up. And that's why I don't have time to play. We're not going to do no coonism over here. Like anybody coming to me sideways, I'm going to tell you straight up. We're not going to do no coonism. Either you learn or you don't want to learn. But I'm not playing no games. Not looking for no chat buddies. Not looking for no friends. This is picking up. Stavante is sending waves, and it's the spirit of Pac. Now, am I saying Pac is dead and somehow his spirit came on Devontae? No, because the spirit don't have to be from a dead man. You got spirits where you just walk in a room. It's a dude, a Puerto Rican dude. Came straight from Puerto Rico in the 1980s. That dude, like y'all ever see Ricky Ricardo? If you ever saw the Lucy movie, Ricky was one of them fun guys. All he did was make people want to dance and fun and get up and everything. And that was Pete. Now his name was Annabelle, but he said call him Pete, so we called him Pete. But that's how his spirit was. If you knew how many people I would be talking to, because Pete used to live here. He used to live with me. Now, if you knew how many people I talked to that knew Pete, but they would be depressed. But the moment I said his name, they would go from being depressed or happy because that was his spirit. He was still alive, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying whether dude lie. I wasn't in the car in Nevada. I don't know. But that spirit is going through just like Mama told me it would. And that was 2001, which I want to tell you about. Now, how did Pete end up living here? I told you we used to pick up sanitation. But we was all in the same religion. That's where I met him from. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the religion because I'm not trying to put shade on nobody. But this was way back in the 80s. And Pete needed a place to live. So he asked me, could he stay here? I was like, I'm not getting involved with that shit. Because whatever happened, I'm going to have beef with Mom Dukes. Now, this is the 1980s. And so I just stayed out of it. I think I might have said, you can ask if you want to. I'm not going to ask her. Because I ain't want no beef with her. Because I know how Mom Dukes could be. So he asked her. He's like, ooh. And this is how he talked. This is how Peter talked. He said, hold up, because it made me laugh. Give me a second. He said, ooh, could I stay? Could I stay here? I need a place to stay. Could I stay? Because I was always cracking on him and shit. I said, man, look how you talk, man. We would be fighting and shit because you was a lot younger. We'd be fighting and shit. So he asked Mom Dukes, and Mom Dukes kept saying, this is one more, because I know my mother. She told me, yeah, as a favor to Gary, you could stay here. And I kept telling her, I kept saying to my mother, don't say no favor to Gary, because because I know my mom, ain't no favor to me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. And I kept saying it, but she did let that dude stay here. And he ended up owing her money, because I knew that shit was coming. He ended up owing her money, he wouldn't pay her. But I wasn't going to lose my friendship. See, I'm a different dude. I'm not going to lose my friendship, because me and Pete was cool. Pete taught me a lot of shit. As far as battling your enemy, Pete taught me when your enemy is the cockiest, that's when he's at his weakest, when he thinks he's the strongest. Pete taught me some of that art of war shit. See, that's what Tupac was on. That strategy. Because this whole life is about strategy, my niggas. For you real niggas that be getting in trouble for no reason, I'm talking about. I ain't talking, like if you do some dirt, any gangster gonna tell you. If you do something, whether you an Italian, Irish, whatever you are, if you do that crime, you're gonna pay that time like Beretta. Even Beretta, he the one that said it, and then he went to jail because he shot his own wife or his ex-wife. He went in, but he did whatever and he got out. But he was in jail. He was incarcerated. In fact, I don't even think they would bail him out. He kept trying to get bailed out. They wouldn't bail him out because they thought they had him dead and centered, and somehow he still walked. But that's some other shit. Now, so that's what I'm saying. So Mom Dukes, but I know my mom. My mom is tough to this day. But that's why she a little old lady now. But I still know my mom. I know what my mom capable. I sent my mom in the hood. Any real dudes, if y'all know a dude, I forget his name. But he used to be a DJ out in Queens and shit. Now, some of these dudes, it's a dude named Coachman. He did a long time, he did a long bid. But I know this dude. In fact, when he did his bid, he did a state bid. As soon as he came out of jail, he came to my house and dropped money. I don't even know the dude like that, other than just when I met him. But I was the first dude. He came out because he came out and he went up the street. Right? Because he knew the dude on the street. This is how God be working though. All this shit is metaphysics. The dude up the street, he moved in our neighborhood. He wasn't from all these niggas was from further north, northern Jersey. Or central Jersey, whatever you want to call it, more central Jersey. But somehow this dude moved in the street in our neighborhood. But they was new people. Like we got a whole new neighborhood that's only been here for maybe, it's still new to us though, but it's like 30 years. But to us, we remember when all that was dirt back there and wood. So to us, that'll always be the new neighborhood because it wasn't back there. So he moved in. So this dude knew that dude, and I met this dude on some other shit. But this is how God worked. So this is all about mama. This is the theme I'm trying to tell you. Even Peter's about mama. So anyway, when that dude got out of jail, state jail, the state system, he just came. So he went to that dude's house and I guess got some money from that dude who was holding it for him. And then he just came to my crib and just dropped the cash off and shit. For no reason. He ain't owe me nothing or nothing. He just dropped money off and shit. So I know this dude. You know, even if he act like he don't know me now, I know this dude. And he know that. Like some of these people, if I see them, even though he a real street dude. Like this dude was in Cali. He went to Cali. He was famous in Cali. He knew all them dudes. All them people that was big back then, he knew all of them. But even if I seen him one-on-one, he probably would try to act like he didn't see me, or he might even go the other way. But I was always suburban, but I was always in the hood. Like I never had no problem. The hood always loved me, which is why I always loved the hood. Since I was little, I'd be up on the streets and the gangsters would take me. The gangsters say, "What you doing out here, little man?" and shit. I said, "I'm trying to find a party and shit." I just be out because I didn't want to be home. My house was just dysfunctional. And the gangsters would always take me down. So I knew real live niggas. So I know real G-ism. I know real codes. That's why I got respect for niggas like Gilly, AR-Ab, even Cassidy, because Cassidy ain't bend over. When he went to California, they said, this is what you got to do to get our support. Worship the devil, take an oath, and get fucked up. And Cassidy said, hell no, and came back. And Cassidy, he was praising Messiah on the Summer Jam stage. So I got respect for Cassidy for them reasons. Now listen. Your problem ain't with no Messiah, but I'm not here to preach to you. I'm here to talk about Pac. I got tons of videos. This is why I'm getting to it. But I need to do label. I don't know who's listening. But you got to remember, sometime if you ever was to go to a church, that pastor might be preaching, and you think he talking about you. He don't even know you. But you start getting mad because that's the presence of God to convicting you. Like sometimes you be somewhere and you hear something and you know it's true, but you just don't want to accept it. But God going to keep talking. You'll go somewhere else. And you understand you'll hear it again. Or you might almost be in a near-death experience. And that's God's way of saying you better get your shit together. Because your next step going to be hell if you don't. And yeah, it is a hell burning with fire. That's something God been telling me to keep preaching now. Because God about to wrap it up. He's about to deliver his chosen people. Even Nanania know that. And she ain't even, well, in this lifetime, she's not black. But even she know that. And Nanania is one of the best investigators on the planet. So this video, I'm trying to tell you what it is and what it's going to do. What we doing right now. So now a lot of y'all say, well, you know, I heard Trayvon Martin and this Stephante, it's all Masonic shit. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. If it still serves, I don't know what it is because I'm not there. I wasn't there that night. You understand? I don't know what it is. But I can tell you this. If you're still able to use it to get to where you need to be, I'm still going with it because I wasn't there. I really don't know. At the end of the day, you weren't there. You don't know. You don't know what happened in Nevada. You were not there. You don't know what happened. You're just getting other people's accounts. And you don't know these people personally. And sometimes you could know somebody that they could still be lying. And they sitting right next to you. You might have known that person your whole life. Or they may be telling the truth and you just don't want to believe it. I don't know. It's not my job. I didn't say I'm an investigator for that. I'm here to speak this word. I investigate that word, though. I investigate the metaphysics of it. All right. So anyway, in New York. So that's where I met this dude. That's why I was telling you about Coach, man. And he out here now. He on YouTube. He did a long ass bid, a Fed bid, because he's hard headed. So I know the dude, so he could act like he don't know me or whatever you want to say. But if I seen him man to man, 1-on-1, I think he'd be the one acting like he either gonna walk up to me like a man or he gonna try to get out the room or some shit. Even though he a real life street dude, but he from my area. We all from the same county. But I only met him in the early '90s, real quick. But out of just him meet me and seeing how real I was, that made that dude when he got out of prison come and drop money and shit. And he was back then he was a con man and shit. So he would send people his way to try to exploit me. He was trying to get me under his wing because I'm real resourceful and real intelligent. But I'm not no dummy though. Y'all gotta understand, God been training me for years. And I've had nothing but respect from real live gangsters, the real dudes. So he would send people trying to exploit, not like to lie, like try to lie, not exploit you, but yeah, exploit you, lie to you and all that shit. But they would tell on him, his own people. But this is the power of God. They would say he's not your friend. I said, how is he not my friend? He's saying because like at least 2 or 3 of his people told me the same thing. That he sent me to try to act like I'm just so I could exploit you and get over on you and shit. So I said, okay, but I'm still a real dude. So I said, I'm still gonna handle this with him. Because I know he a con man. Like that's an addiction and shit. He just got issues. I'm gonna talk to him like a man. See what this dude's problem is. So he just kept staying funny. I said, dude, listen, when you got out the state, I told you, God told you that was your warning. I said, I told you, if you get in trouble again, you going away for a long ass time, which he did. But he ain't listen. He hard headed. So I told him, I said, listen, man, I'm trying to help you out here. You know what I'm saying? But I can't deal with you, bro, because you trying to get me caught up in some shit that don't got nothing to do with me. You understand? And you trying to play me out. I'm looking out for you. So I said, man, plus God always came first. Like I've been rolling with God since probably the early 80s or late 70s. Soon as I was able to read, I picked up the big old child Bible and I started studying it. And that's all I ever do. Still studying. You see me out here still studying the Bible to this day. You always gonna learn something new because God is infinite. And the woman that gave us that Bible was a woman that was killed. Let me tell you the name of the dude that killed her. Mark Obey. He's in jail. He's still in jail. You can look him up. He on death row. Mark Obey. And that was one of our neighbors. That lady that gave the Bible. She gave the Bible to my older sister. It was a Catholic child's Bible. All this stuff is mystical. See, you're mystical people. You go way back and way back. You almost go into infinity because you come from source. This is what I'm trying to tell you is why you letting third dimensional dictate who you are and shit. This is some punk ass shit that got about to burn out. This is what Pac was trying to tell you. Why are you so afraid of these damn devils? Which then, I mean, it's the curse or whatever is wearing off because people ain't really afraid no more. And there's nothing they can do. If they try to turn it up, God gonna turn it up because the curse is just about over. If they was smart, they start repenting. Like if I was a racist white dude or whatever, I'd be asking God for mercy because it's your time to get it. I'm talking about from God. I ain't talking about from no people or nothing. This is supernatural. Even your Bible says no helper. Read Daniel chapter 11, verse 40 to 44. He goes down without a helper. You got some supernatural shit coming your way. And I tell a dude to repent. That's what I would do. Like when I learned about grace, I was happy. I was real happy when I learned about grace. Where God just say, just go ahead and repent. And whatever you did, okay, I'll forgive you for it. Keep it moving. I like, thank you. So while God is still offering that grace, if you smart, you'll go ahead and take it and stop thinking that planet Earth is the only location you ever going to be at. Because some of y'all about to see your maker. And there is a place called hell. And that's eternal. You ain't coming back from hell. That's eternal torture and all kind of stuff being done to you for eternity. And burning at the same time. It's real. All right. So now we still going on. I had to lay the foundation. But now we got to get back to my Dukes. So this is Queens, New York. So this dude, Doc Coachman, he hooked me up with this dude in Queens. But no, I know the code too. Like I said, I was in them streets, but I was a suburban dude. So I always remember that. I never forgot. So the hood let me come through. I know that. So I've always shown respect to the hood for these reasons. Like I'm a loyal soldier. But at the same time, you're not going to play me out. I don't care who you are. Once you do that, now it's personal. It's no more, no respect, no, because now you breaking codes. Because we supposed to be helping each other, nigga. So I'm trying to support your business. So this dude was on some crazy shit. I was trying to support him and send him whatever. I sent him money in so many different forms. And every form I sent it in, this nigga wouldn't send me my shit. So I'm like, I'm not going to let this nigga get it. Because I'm one of them dirty niggas. You're not going to get away with this and shit. You're not going to get away with this. So I started just fucking with him. So I just had people just... He was getting mad and shit. But I had people just fucking with him. Like calling him and saying, yeah, I'm representing so-and-so. Just fucking with his ass and shit. So he was getting real mad. He was like, yo, Gat, stop fucking with me, man. He's like, yo, Gat. I said, yo, but you owe me some shit, man. You know, like, he wouldn't send it. He was some nigga shit. So, you know, I'm naive, right? Because I ain't really been in the city. I don't be in the city like that. So my Dukes went to the city. And I'm forgetting how big Queens is. And I'm just, when I get mad, I get real focused. Like, I just want it handled. So I was like, Ma Dukes. I was like, Mom, I know you're in Queens. I need you to go to this neighborhood and go to this dude and he got to steal me some tapes and shit. Get my shit. Because back then they were still doing audio tapes and shit. This nigga's name was Shane. That was his name. He's a DJ. And so my Dukes is like, I got you. I go and shit. Because I'm just younger. So I'm not really thinking the whole thing out and shit. But I just know my mom's. My mom been like, she been literally all over the world. She a little old lady. She still be traveling. So I know what I'm doing in a way. Like your spirit know. That's all I can tell y'all. And a lot of times I be trying to tell y'all can't fear everything. Sometimes you do got to fear and sometimes it's just one of them things. But I just felt like, look, I don't even know this dude. I know this dude because the coachman, a doc. And the doc is funny. Now this dude acting funny. I'm not no sucker. So I'm already at that point. Like, oh no, we going to have to resolve this shit. So I called that nigga. I said, yo, I'm about to send my mother through to get my shit. Is it a problem? He's like, nah, ain't no problem. So we always have respect for each other. But it was just that he ain't like that I had people calling his house every day and shit. But I didn't respect that, nigga. I done sent you checks. I done sent you cash. Nigga, why won't you send me? What the fuck? I'm trying to help you, nigga. You know, I'm just mad. Now, so he did. So mom went through, found a spot and shit. And she ain't from New York either. She went through, found a spot and got my shit and brought it back and shit. So my mama a soldier, my nigga. Now, so she asked me when that Spanish, that the dude that used to live here, Annabelle, Pete, she asked me where he live at. Because I wasn't getting involved with that shit. I wasn't going to lose my best friend. And I'm sorry, Mom Deuce, but I told you I had nothing to do with this, but you're going to try to pull me in this shit anyway. So she said where he lived, and she knew, because we worked the same job. She said, what day you get paid and shit. And the day he got paid, my mom was there and shit. And she got her motherfucking money. My mom's ain't never been soft. This house I'm at right now, if you knew all the people, when we was young teenagers, all these dudes was what you would call a thugs and shit. They all was over here and shit. Like that. I remember one time this job, I did telemarketing and shit. And I had been there long enough, and I knew that I'd been there long enough to know, and because they be robbing your commissions and shit. And so I had handled that, and everybody knew upstairs, if you touch my money, y'all gonna have a serious problem and shit. So I would be at the bar drinking, and some of them people that worked upstairs was at the bar, and they started buying me free drinks. It ain't me. We don't know who taking it, but it's not us. Like, they ain't want no work. And my boss, he had to learn, because my boss, he was like kind of crazy and shit. But he tried to play me out one time on some disrespectful shit. You know, it got real crazy. I took it. He used to he used to like make a joke out of me every day on the floor and shit. But see, I had been working there for a while. So if your sales got low or whatever was going on with him, he thought he could just bully you, like fuck with you and shit. And I let it slide because it was still business. Because I did work for the man. So I just took it. Because like people that I've never been soft. That's why I said I might be a little nerdy, but never been soft. And that's why I said my cousin, I didn't even know this dude was my cousin. But when he met me and shit, because he tried to shake me down, I was like, nigga, how you gonna shake somebody down with a McLeod jacket on and shit? So he knew right away, like, this little nigga ain't scared of me and shit. Like, nigga, ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. You act like you the only dude that can go get something and shit. The fuck wrong with that? So me and him became cool, but I didn't even know he was my cousin. I met that dude, this nigga I be talking about named Tone B. But this is going back. Now, I'm making a point. All this is a reason I'm trying to tell you about Pac, because Pac used to be out here in Jersey. You understand? So then that dude, so one day I was sitting with that dude that was my cousin. And I think I said, that's when I was still hanging out though. I said, yeah, I'm a thug. He said, you a thug. He said, but you a nerd thug. I said, as long as I'm a thug and shit. As long as you understand that. Because that's my culture, but we don't mean we gonna rob you, just like Pac said. It just mean through racism, through dysfunctional families, y'all ain't break us. We still out. And no, and I don't even care if you take my life. It's been decades of me fucking stinging you motherfuckers. Getting your ass in trouble, reporting your ass. I just slammed the phone down on another racist 2 days ago. So we've been stinging your ass. So I'm happy to see that spirit of Tupac at the end. Just like Mama told me in 2001 that I got to acknowledge Pac. And I didn't want to do it. I said, man, when I'm from the East Coast, all he do is run his mouth. He got shot. That's how it is. She made me. She said, I will not give you your spiritual gifts until you acknowledge him. And then I had to really study that dude. I studied everything about Pac. And then when she said the mystery of Thomas, and this dude looked just like Pac. You see his picture out here on this channel. I talk to that nigga almost every day. And that's another thing I'm trying to get to. But let me finish up what I was talking about. So, if I had any other point, I don't know. But anyway, my mom's got her money and shit. Because we don't play like that. All this stuff is codes and shit. I mean, she liked that. I think she came. I don't really know a lot about my mom's like when she was younger and stuff. But I think she probably came from the hood. So she's not, but she ain't never been out there. Like she always been legit. Always. Never, ever, ever, ever. But she's just real strong. She always been a strong black woman and shit. So this is legacy for me. And I'm not fucking my legacy up on no stupid shit. I'd rather die. Like a lot of people talk about DMX, but that's how DMX was though. He wasn't gonna let you. That's why he didn't make it in the music industry and shit. Because when he saw what it was really about, he ain't want nothing to do with it. And that's why, just like Cassidy started talking about the Bible, said he was going to become a reverend, which he did. See, I got respect for him. People want to just talk about him, whatever, for the reasons they make jokes about DMX. But I still see him as a reverend. Now, of course he's going to have issues. But the reason why I call him a reverend, because he really put that work in. And even like Mace got issues. Everybody know Mace got issues. But I'm glad Mace came back and let everybody know that he ain't scared of nobody. Now, I'm not saying I agree with none of these dudes or whatever they did, but I'm not a hater on nobody. You could be my enemy. That don't mean I'm going to hate you just because you hate me. I'm not a hater. I'm going to respect the good things they do because I'm not God. I can't judge none of these Negroes. All right? So I was trying to put all that down so you can understand where we're going with this. So that's why now you know what the spirit is. Now, if you look at Pac, look behind him. See all that fire? Y'all see the fire? I just seen that. See, Mama picked this picture. And I didn't even know this picture looked like that picture. I just put the two together. It's not like I said, I got to find a picture. Plus, let me ask y'all a question. Stefante, how could I find a picture that looks just like that? Like I got a lot of respect for Pac, but I'm not like a big Tupac fan. Like I'm telling you, I came from the East Coast, so I love his movies, though. But back then, I was like, man, this dude just run his mouth too much. And plus, you got to understand the code and shit, because a lot of that shit was dry snitching and shit. So like when Solid said, come on, don't no grown man join no gang. So, but Pac knew what he was doing. And everything he was doing, whether he knew it or not at the time, was metaphysical. And Mama was using him to get to the point where we at right now. See, this is the ultimate chess piece. It's Tupac. It's the ultimate art of spiritual warfare. Because I'm not talking about banging on nobody, because God gonna take care of that. So now you got Stefante dancing in the courtroom like Pac, taking it a step. Because Pac used to tell judges off. But he ain't never run up on and jump up on the table and shit, like in front of his face and shit. So that's the male of color. The real people of God are saying we not having it no more. And y'all can try to do whatever the fuck you trying to do, but we not having it no more. And the whole world is turning against y'all niggas. Don't nobody like no bullies. Because if you'll kill us, you're going to start killing them. Just like they recently killed a woman. She from Australia. Shot her ass down. White woman. Shot her ass down. Can't even explain why he shot her. So they fired his ass because that's how it is. If you shooting down people of color, oh, they don't care. But they shot down one man. He was from India. But because his skin was dark, they thought he was just another nigga. They shot his ass. And the moment they found out that dude was from India, they fired them dudes quick. So that's what's up. So that spark or that spirit is what he said. You got Russia saying we about to drop the bomb on your ass. And you got and they talking about Tupac. And you got Tupac saying I'm going to be the spark that changes the world. See, that spark is that spirit that's coming in everybody. And that's why this dude just reminds you of Pac. So whether that's from Mama, but even when you say Mason, that's still my son. So Mama's still behind it. Because if you understand your Bible, God is in charge of everything. The darkness and the light, the good and the evil. That's Isaiah 45:6-7. That's why I said you can't talk to me if you're giving me a Europeanized version of your understanding of the Bible. Because that was some self-hate shit. That was to keep you down. That was to make you Kunta Kinte. I'm sorry, that was to make you Toby, not Kunta. And a lot of these people are still coming at me sideways on that silly shit that we casted down. Just like you saw Louis J. Armstrong, he took every picture of a white Jesus or a white whoever out of his Bible because those people weren't white. So nobody's being a racist. We just want the truth. And yes, we can handle the truth, and we're going to handle the truth, and you're going to be the one that can't handle the truth. That's why you see fire behind Tupac in that picture. There's a reason why you got flames coming off of Pac. Because that spark is being lit. Again, I'm going to say it again. God, the Divine Feminine, picked these pictures. Not me. Now you notice this officer has the 6 stars on, or 6 whatever on his sleeve. But 6 is always the number of Venus. Which, again, the Divine Feminine. And it looks like he got 4 stars on his collar, which is the number of angels. And then that star, that badge, that star, the Star of David. This is what you're looking at. I'm going to prove myself. So just stay with me. Because I'm sick of people telling me I don't know what I'm talking about when God is speaking. Just be quiet. See, I learned how to be quiet. That's how I learned so much from God. Because God had to tell me to shut up. Because I used to be like a lot of y'all. You think you're going to jump in and with your intellect, you're going to solve everything. And God had to teach me to shut up and let the Spirit speak. Now, you really can't arrest nobody. They trying to arrest Devontae on terrorist charges. But you can't arrest nobody on terrorist charges when you killed their brother. Because it's just common sense. You already killed it. So you're going to put another black man? You're going to send him? What you going to do? Send him to the crazy house? Is anybody reaching out to him to ask him, hey, we know you're going to, well, get him some counseling or something? Always that macho man shit. Just want to kill somebody and don't even give a fuck. No type of conscience. So that's a lawbreaker to me. The law was not designed for you to be shooting up. Even if you go back, they said all men are created equal. So if you go all the way back to the forefathers, they was trying to make it perfectly clear. All men are created equal, but then somebody came along and said, except for the black people. Then they start talking about what you're 3/5 of a man or some bullshit. But what I'm telling you, that time is up. All right, now look at this. Now I'm reading. Stavante Clark, the brother of Stephen Clark, who was shot and killed by Sacramento. Now, I've been telling you all about Sackcloth. We just studied that on this channel. Sacramento police, taking with Sacramento police chief Daniel. Look at his name. Almost like Hebrew, almost like her. See what I'm trying to tell you? The chief, Daniel, the Hebrew. And that's an embrace right there. Now somebody might say that look Masonic to me. But what I'm trying to tell you, let's just say, I'm not saying he did, but let's just say Tupac did fake his own death. And he had some type of connection that helped him with all that power to get that done. What I'm trying to help you all understand, like somebody said, Trayvon Martin's father's a high-ranking Mason. This is some masonry shit. But they still working for the Divine Feminine. The higher up you go, they know who she is. I'm not saying every Mason knows her because they probably don't. But the higher up you go, that's why Pac was trying to tell you about Hail Mary and Dear Mama, because he knew. If you go to The God 720, that's all he talks about, the Divine Mother. I know all about it. If you go back to ancient society, she was always. That's why Pharaoh was wearing a dress, a little skirt, a little cute little skirt. That's why judges wear that black robe, because she's the divine darkness, the blackness that came to Jesus at the 6th hour on the cross. Luke 23:43-46. She was the darkness that Moses went into, which was God. Exodus 20, verse 21. She's always been. I could give you more and more scriptures. 1 Thessalonians 5:3, where it talks about sudden destruction, a woman in travail. If you keep reading, it's going to say darkness again. Darkness shall fill the earth. Isaiah 60, verse 2. So these people are coming back. Even the Grox one knows that. He just went racial with it. Because he be talking about the black goo and all that. He knows. Because at one point, he was actually supporting it. Then all of a sudden he backtracked and tried to make it seem like, oh, the woman you serve is evil. You black people serve this woman and she's evil. And they're trying to destroy this country and all that. No, the country is destroying itself by the way it treats its own citizens and by what it's trying to do throughout the world. And it's just, everybody has a time. It's their time. It don't got nothing to do with us other than we coming out of it. So you got Daniel, and it even looked like Hebrew. And you all should be able to read the same thing I'm reading. That's why I put these two pictures together. Sacramento can be like sackcloths. Now, Clark is a big name. Like you had Dr. Clark. But Clark, like I told you, the name William is a big name. Because even in astrology, Will is the Leo and the I am is the Aries. All this is metaphysics. See, to understand what we talking about, you got to understand linguistics, etymology, numerology. God has trained me in all of this, just like he trained Joseph in all these secrets. He trained Moses in all these secrets because God's not playing. And this is why I'm trying to tell you. When I'm trying to learn from God, and God keeps putting Tupac in my face in 2001, he had that double CD out. I think it was called Until the End of Time or something. Double CD. And I'm not sure, but I think Tupac was the first rapper or whatever to do a double CD. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about that. Yup, here go Tupac, Until the End of Time. And it was the 7th album. Again, we was just talking about 7th on this channel. We're not going to study that. I'm just getting a year. It was one of the best-selling hip-hop albums of 2001. And that's when she turned me on to Divine Mother, to Tupac, 2001. And I kept saying, why? Just like when she told me to study the mystery of Thomas More, I was like, I ain't got time for this. Look at all this other stuff you got me doing. And she kept pushing it. Then I met that dude who called. Then he was using the name Uriel Yisrael. And now he's speaking of the Melchizedek order of the priesthood. Now, so he looked just like Tupac, and then his girlfriend, which used to be like an Aztec. She was an Aztec queen. I got videos that prove all that, so I'm not going to make this video longer than I have to. But this has already been proven. Like if you go to Acts chapter 8, when I say girlfriend, it's like I don't want to get it too deep into it. But everybody, if you're a male, you have a female twin, and all these people are waking up. So he knows his twin, and God introduced me to both of them. And out here, but we know each other. It's almost like family. But that's because we are family from a previous life, and everybody know it. So don't let what these Europeans taught you. They lied to you about everything. See, if they told you the truth, you could overthrow them like this. Even Bobby Hemming used to tell you about the power of prayer. They told these Negroes, we getting ready to cut off your electricity and cut off your water, and the Negroes ain't know what to do. So they just started praying to Jesus. They was praying to Jesus, and then all of a sudden the water ain't get cut off, nor did the electricity. And Bobby Hemming said it wasn't Jesus that helped them people. It was their collective power. Now, I do believe there's a Messiah. Well, maybe it's a little bit of both, because we are mystical people. Because, see, I'm the type of dude that when somebody give me an ultimatum, I'm always going to take the other one. It's just my nature, because I'm going to put my trust in God, because I don't fear no man. And damn, I never fear no races. If y'all knew how many locations I was in when I was the only black dude, and they was all looking at me. But I've never feared that shit. Even as a little kid, I was walking up and down the hood streets, out in that hood, early in the morning. But this was long before they was abducting children and all the crazy shit they do now. But I'd be all over them streets. And I would be meeting gangsters or street dudes from all areas and shit. And they would just be letting me hang out with them and shit. So that's my legacy. Those are my families. And to this day, I stay loyal. Because they was there for me when, no disrespect to my family I was born out of, but it was a lot of violence, a lot of loveless stuff. And, it was a lot of hate from black women against you. They were trained to hate your ass, and they did. That's why I said you don't know my life. People try to, you can't judge me because you weren't there the whole time. But you have to understand some of these people might have been hellbound if it wasn't for me still praying for them. And that's why some of the stuff these people do, maybe they have to do because of the way shit went down when I was young and shit. Because that was hell. So you don't know how God moves. That's why I say more people need to learn how to mind their business. You wasn't there the whole time. You don't know. And you have to understand, you can get a curse from God just for talking about other people. Especially if what you're saying ain't true. God hates slander. All right. So that was 2001. I had to study everything about Pac, all about the times he got shot up. I had to study everything about Tupac. And then when God showed me this person in 2014, 13 years later, that's that 13 love they be saying. And that's this dude that used to call himself Thomas More. And he looked just like Pac. And then like I was saying, Acts chapter 8. If you read Acts chapter 8, go to the last few verses, last 10 verses, you're going to see a word that looks like Aztec. Because that is the Aztec. Just like the Moors is in your Bible. I done shown you 7-Eleven all throughout the Bible. Even in this picture I just showed you, you see the word Moor. But it's just spelled M-O-R-E. Just look at the picture. See, this is all the Divine Mother talking. So you either going to get with what she's doing, or you going to think, I don't know what I'm talking about, even though I've been doing this successfully for over 40 years. So that's just stupid. You would never do that to a doctor, like a white doctor. You would never, oh, you know what you're doing? Yeah, I don't know. It just don't sound right to me. If you went to that doctor, he checked you out and said, oh, you need this, blah, 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 you probably be, oh, white man, yay. White man told me, now I believe it. So I don't have time for dumbasses. Like, I don't play them games. All right. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Whether it's the Divine Mother doing it or somebody else doing it. Now, oh, yeah, but now we got to do the name Stephen. Now, Stephen, you got Stephen and the brother Stavante. Stephen was killed by the police, and you got Stavante. But Stephen is in Acts chapter 7. He was a righteous young man for God. And he gave these people that were opposing the Hebrews that wanted to serve God. There were other people trying to oppose him. So he began to give them that entire history, how they've always opposed God. And he gives a long history, which is, if you really want to know like biblical history, you need to read Acts chapter 7, because Stephen did a great job. And then when he almost got finished, he asked them, he said, which one of God's prophets have you not killed? So he was showing them how wicked they are, because you're on a planet run by the devil, and he don't give a fuck about you, especially if you're a righteous man of color or a woman of color or the people of God. That's just the way it is. No disrespect to nobody else, because I just got finished telling you about reincarnation and how some people who may have been a certain color in a previous life are a different color in this life. So you got to learn how to listen to spirit and stop trying to make everything into a war. I'm not going to fight. I'm not. It's spiritual warfare. Now I duke it out with the devil all the time. I mean, as a spirit or whatever. But these people out here, I don't care about them, because they're going to deal with God. You either going to get the word of God or you're going to burn in hell. You're already dealt with. I don't have to waste my time talking to you. They be trying their best to bring me into some shit that don't got nothing to do with me. No, I got stopped because I saw something. I think it's like a Sophia Loren or something. Because like while I'm talking, it's like this news thing running. They said timeless beauty. They said Sophia Loren, timeless beauty. All right. And then they were talking about the Mexican something, but that's something else. Cause see, my twin is Mexican. She says she's Mexican American. So that's all the supernatural. But I talk about that on other channels and stuff. We're not gonna talk about that here, but that just came through. So that's the Aztecs, which are like ancient Mexicans. And so his twin, you could see it. So that's what God showed me when I was like talking to his twin or whatever. Acts chapter 8. And you see it right there. If you go to Acts chapter 8 right now, go to them last 10 verses or so, you're going to see a word that look like Aztec. All this stuff is in your Bible, and I'll be showing y'all. That's why if you're on this channel, the Bible's very real. God is very real. This is no time for games. God is about to burn up God's enemy and liberate his people. And you're either going to believe it or you're going to be talking some silly self-defeating stuff. So now to end this video. So those of you who are Tupac fans, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. I wasn't necessarily a fan, but Mama made me study everything about him. I had to. But I didn't know what she was doing. See, all the stuff about Mystery of Thomas and the time we're in right now is what's about to happen. And they say Thomas was the twin of Jesus. And when Tupac, his last album, if I'm not mistaken, he hung from a cross. So a lot of stuff is being said, but, you know, people not going to accept it. And I'm not going to try to spell it out. Do your own research. So all of a sudden, for some reason, they give you a dude that acts a lot like Tupac. But he's a little crazier than Pac. Jumping up on the table, looking at devil in his face. Now, the reason why I'm saying devil is because they advocate this. Nobody should kill a person who's not resisting and all that. The fact that you got people that do that, it tells you this is anti-God. It's anti your own laws. You have laws against stuff like that. So these are lawbreakers. All they are is big-ass bullies. Now, believe me, there's a difference between maybe beating somebody's ass and killing them. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that either if you're not resisting. They shouldn't even be kicking your ass. But the fact that they don't even fear God. Because you got to know, just because your rulers tell you it was okay, oh, it's just a Negro. Don't worry about it. God's not going to say that. In fact, these are God's people you're killing. You should be terrified. Instead of, well, why do you want to bully me? I'm an old guy. I got medical condition. What did I ever do to you? But you still want to kick my ass and throw me? One dude knew I was a pastor, an ordained minister, and he still was going to throw me to the fucking ground and beat the shit out of me. So what's wrong with that picture, bro? You think you're going to be the first person to throw me to the ground? I told you I was like a nerd. I was fighting though, yo. I wasn't no bitch. I was fighting. I just wasn't always winning and shit. But I wasn't scared though. Gatto definitely smacked that motherfucker in the face and shit. And I don't mean that on no bitch shit. See, I'm from the old days when you smacked a nigga, like when Ice-T, when Ice-T smacked Ice Cube. Remember that shit? But that was some gangster shit. That was some respect. That was Ice Cube saying, Ice-T, I respect your gangsterism and shit. So I'm gonna let you smack me in this movie and shit. See, that's what I'm talking. I ain't talking about no gay shit. See, nowadays you got men dressing like women and shit. They be wearing low cut jackets so you can see their ass with the pants hanging all off of it, tight ass pants hanging all off like some motherfucking bitch and shit. I'm not talking about that shit, but we used to smack that shit. It's just that you better respect me, nigga. It's not necessarily punch you, because men hate to be smacked. Real men hate that shit. Like, they rather you punch him in the face and shit. So we used to smack the shit out of bitches and shit. And I'm talking about men that act like bitches. That's what I'm talking about. So I love my legacy, and you see it coming back. Because this gentleman ain't afraid. And that's why you see him looking at him eye contact. And he on some Pac shit. Because that's how Pac used to be. Dancing in the courtroom. Because he knew it was a kangaroo court and shit. Those are the only sneakers I used to wear. Back in the day was kangaroo. Because I said, man, this is some fucking kangaroo court and shit. You go to court and what you're really guilty of is one thing. They start giving you counts and shit. So you could have literally 120 counts. And all you did was one thing. How you gonna have what type of justice is that? But that's for politics and for negotiating and shit like that. Because court ain't nothing like, you think court is somewhere where you go and you hear the law, and no, this shit is politics and shit. Like where we at, you could, like, I don't know about now, but I remember years ago, the dude that was gonna prosecute you or whatever, the prosecutor, you would meet him outside the courtroom. Like if you had a lawyer or didn't have a lawyer, you could actually talk to that motherfucker, and he would say this to you: this is why we got you. We don't have to plead with you. We don't have to give you no type of deal. If you're smart, you go in there and plead guilty and go on with your day. He would actually talk to you. Say, what kind of shit is that where the prosecutor is actually talking to you and shit? But he would tell you to your face and shit, we got you for this reason and shit. And if you don't plead guilty, blah, 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 this is how we coming for you. It's just only going to you're going to spend more money and then other shit like that. So you might as well just go ahead and plead guilty and shit. Say the courtroom, save yourself sometime. Say the courtroom sometime and shit like that. So I lived a long life, my niggas, and I'm thankful for every brother that took me under their wing. Everybody I came up with, even these crazy niggas that wasn't afraid of these motherfuckers and shit. Yeah. I was with a white boy. He was Greece. He was from Greece. But see, I keep telling you about the history of Sicily and Italy and Greece and when the Moors came through. So a lot of these people got black in their blood and shit. And that's why they want to hang out with you and shit. Because I'm that dude, like I say, even out here people be trying to stalk me. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm older now. I've been stalked my whole life. I'm not fucking with you. If you're not on the same level as we not talking. If you always coming on my channel getting info, but you never give nothing back, I can't respect you. You like an agent. You gonna sell out. That's what Judas was. Judas was always taking. No loyalty, never giving back. So I'm real funny who I'm around and shit for these reasons. But I will make sure you got the information you need to get your shit together if you really want to get your shit together. Because if you really don't want to get your shit together, you're not going to waste a second of my time. Because I value time. I could die right now. I'm not out here for no YouTube to like and subscribe silly shit. This is ministry. I've been in ministry for over 40 years. So again, in this video, what you see, not only in this gentleman, but you see that spirit, that spark that Jesus, that Tupac warned you about, is going throughout this country. And that's why it's soulless, whether he knew what he was doing or not. When he was trying his best to tell you about the sperm, he said the spirit is the sperm, and that was a big debate. And I couldn't necessarily disagree with him. But see, that sperm is what causes life. And I'm telling you, this spirit, this spark, this sperm is raising a new type of man that ain't going to be bound down to these lawbreakers. I don't want to disrespect the office of a police officer. I'm talking about lawbreakers. I want to make that perfectly clear. And see, I'm an old school dude. So I would, like, listen, when I was walking with my dudes, and they was going to jump somebody, right? I would tell my people that I grew up with, I don't like this dude either. But it's more y'all. He's by himself. If y'all going to jump him, then I'm going to fight him. I was going to lose all my friends for this nigga I didn't even like. I had beef with him too. But it was man on man. That's why he never fuck with me. Because I'm not on this punk shit. This is some fucking weak shit on this planet. That you can kill somebody that's doesn't have, and you can still walk around with like you did a good thing. And a lot of y'all are killing your same color and shit. This is some fucked up shit. So ain't nobody scared of that shit. Ain't nobody fearing you. You make me laugh. If you actually saw the movie of Malcolm X, when they came in there to kill Malcolm, he looked at all them dudes and started laughing at them. Because Malcolm was a street dude too. He was laughing. I'm like, this how y'all gonna take me out? Like on some bitch shit? Like in that movie, like a lot of characters that Al Pacino played. I'm really like that nigga. Al Pacino told that one dude in Dog Day Afternoon, and that's Ampu Anubis. Seti, that's dog. That's Seth. Dog Day Afternoon. And afternoon is what? At 12 p.m. is when the darkness came at the cross. All this stuff is metaphysics. But he told that dude, he said, listen. He said, if you kill me, don't kill me on no punk shit. Don't sneak me. Don't do no sneaky shit. He said, I'm a real live dude. He said, if you want to kill me, look at me man to man. Kill me like a fucking man. And that's why he lived. Because they did do some sneaky shit. They killed his rifleman immediately. Because they knew he knew how to shoot. He had been trained in the military. So they did some sneaky shit. They killed the rifleman immediately. And then he just put the gun on that dude as I said, okay, I remember what you told me. Now you can give up right now. I'm gonna kill you just like I just killed your friend, your right hand man. And he was smart enough not to push that dude, but that dude gave him the respect he asked for. Sometimes you gotta speak up. See, that's how I be talking to motherfuckers. I don't know what you thinking, but I'm not like no nigga you ever met before. I'm not with that silly shit. I don't give a fuck about all that shit you talking about. I don't give a fuck about. I know God. I fear God. The shit you doing is fucked up. Ain't nobody break no law. You got no right to be fucking with me. This is some racial ass bullshit. And it's my hope that God let me go through whatever y'all about to do, and I had the last laugh like I've done since I've been on this fucking planet. If you knew how many motherfuckers have come in, because I'm a righteous man of God, so we done seen shit all our whole life. We couldn't barely go to our own bathroom without a parent kicking the door open, pulling you out and beating the shit out of you for closing the door in my house. Some crazy shit, but these are people that got spirits on them. That's why I'm telling y'all to learn how to walk in the spirit so that y'all can get delivered from the spirits that's on you. Because only a spirit would do a wicked spirit would shoot an unarmed man. That ain't no law enforcement, man. That dude needs to be tried. That's some coward shit. Common sense is once you got that man restrained to that woman, and then it's over. I don't care about. We mad too. I can't just go shoot somebody because I'm mad because my wife ain't give me no pussy or my wife sleep. I'm not married. I'm just making a point. You mad because life is fucked up, so you won't kill a nigga because you know you can't go to jail. That's the real reason. It's not that he wasn't resistant. It's not none of that shit you talking about. You mad because life sucks. You angry and you know you can kill a nigga and get away with it. But now I'm telling you, Mama has said she's stopping that. I done gave you all a few messages from God today. We not having that no more. And you can see the world around you is changing. And that's why Russia said, when we bomb America, the only person we gonna miss is Tupac. Now why would they say that? Because of what Tupac stood for. The spark is sperming and growing. The spirit is filling these men of God. And that's what they are. They're not niggas. They're not hood niggas. They're not just lowlifes. These are men of God that you've been allowed by God to torment in this hell you call life for 400 years. I prove all that. I even got the documentation from 1619. That's out here. You just gotta look for it. So one of them 3 channels. Sometimes the Bible says, "Seek and ye shall find." I'm just one dude. I do a lot of videos, so I'm not gonna remember every page, every location. Seek and ye shall find. Get off your ass and do something. Stop draining me and never giving nothing back. So Genesis 15 tells you about the 400 years. 1619 to 2019. And God said he's going to shorten the days. So technically it could happen at any moment. But you already see it if you're reading your news and stuff like that. So I got nothing but the utmost respect for Stevante Clark. I'm sorry. I feel the pain. I could never feel your pain. But I still feel the pain because I've been exploited by these damn devils since I've been here. And not all of them is bad because I met good ones. I met good ones that looked out for me on numerous occasions because I was out there. So I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at any law enforcement. So don't even play that card. I'm not anti-nothing because I know you do need law enforcement. But this cowardly punk shit, we not with it. It's a disgrace to yourself as a man, and I use that term loosely. It's a disgrace to our country that has done so much. Y'all might not want to hear me say this, but this country has done a lot for civil rights. And I know it should be better, so don't get mad. I agree with you. But at least they did something, nigga. You know, because we can sit here bitching and complaining all the fucking time, but you're still in the greatest nation that's ever been on the planet, and that's because of these Hebrews that are here. This is why ain't nobody bombed us yet. This is why it's not as bad as it could be. This is why we're not a third world country yet. This is why people in the hood can still get like little help from the... So you can't keep on bitching. It is fucked up, but you in hell and God put you there. Now, the Grox was one. The Grox one was right when he told you black people are red, but you put yourself there. Your God did it. He's right. Can't lie. Genesis 15, and that's not a joke. That's not a trick from your enemy. And also Deuteronomy 28. But now we getting ready to come out of it, Mark, and everybody else. So peace out to Tupac Shakur, the prophet of the Most High. Everything he said is coming true. Peace out to Stevante Clark. I don't know if there's anything out there that helps Stevante. I really don't know. But we need, and also somebody need to just talk with that brother on some real stuff. Don't do nothing silly. These people, they obviously don't care about you, because if they did, they'd be reaching out, trying to help you some type of way. So they obviously don't give a fuck about you. That's why I say I'm a real live nigga. Let's get that straight. If you a real live nigga, me and you won't have no problem. If you want some crazy ass shit, you gonna get checked one way or another. You gonna get blocked or you gonna get checked. But you're not gonna be playing no games. I'm not looking for no groupies. I'm not looking for no followers. And don't be asking me to solve the problems in your life if you ain't giving nothing back. It's give and receive. You've already taken. Give something back. Even when I'll be minding my own business on a prayer website, and they see pastor. So as soon as they see pastor, you have all these people want you to pray on them and stuff. And some of these people I do pray for, and they don't even say amen. They don't even say thank you. I get that shit all the time. So I'm like, why? Sometimes I'll pray anyway because I'm just a nice guy. Sometimes I say, nah. I just go with what I feel because I got real good intuition. I got that from God. So that's it. Once again, what date is that? Is that 4/10 to 4/6? Okay, 4/10. All right. I'm looking at the date there. So that's it. Peace out to Tupac Shakur. Definitely a prophet of God, just like she told me. Nothing that God has told me has not come true. So everything Tupac prophesied about, you're going to start seeing. And I got another video where they stood the cops down. I don't know if y'all saw that one. Because they was in the hood. And finally, the black man said what they should have said years ago. So there was all these cops in the hood. And all the black dudes was just standing. It was a standoff. And the cops was getting ready, putting on riot gear and shit. They was getting ready to thump it out. And they said, all right, just don't touch no women. Because you see, it's another video out here where they broke this dude's car windows out. They pulled the girl. It was sad. She's crying and screaming. They pulled her out. And I felt bad. That's a woman. They don't care. No respect. And they knew these dudes. They knew these dudes wasn't, they ain't have no guns or nothing. They knew it. But that's how they trained. So they still was very aggressive. Put the rifles in their face. Broke the windows out. Pulled them out. And the poor girl dragged her out like she wasn't shit. No respect for the black woman. And that's why I say any female of color that has respect for us as black males or males of color, God bless you, because there's a lot of y'all that have been helping this damn devil. I just don't talk about it. I used to talk about it all the time on that other channel. I used to be going in. I just don't do it no more because I outgrew that shit. Because you're gonna get what's coming to you if you don't repent. Bottom line. So I felt bad when they pulled her out. But at the same time, they're trained that way. Because you may actually pull out a gun from nowhere. So they're going to keep their eyes on you. Because he put that rifle up to that girl. And there was both people of color. And they was crying. The dude was crying. The girl was crying. They broke that window out, pulled him out that car. And he had that assault rifle on her. And then he just looked at her again to make sure he made sure he put the fear in her. And then once he saw that, then he just put the rifle up on top of the hood car and dragged her ass out of it and shit. But it's sad. And then so in the other one, so the reason why I told you that, because they will drag a black woman like she don't matter. So the dudes let them know, you better not touch no women. Better not touch no women. Now I've been around black women all my life, so I knew one of them was going to do something. I just know, my nigga. Like I tried to tell y'all in my last video. I said I've been here long enough to tell you. So I already knew it was going to be on. I was just waiting to hear it. All of a sudden I heard that female go, ah! Because my sister used to do the same. I didn't even touch her and shit. She's still going to, then my father would come beat the shit out of me. My younger sister used to just get my ass beat all the time, lying and shit. So I knew one of the females was going to do that shit. So I heard that female, as soon as she screamed out, it didn't matter. Them dudes started standing up for them cops. So one of them dudes was like, yo, they got guns, they got weapons, we ain't got no guns and shit. Like, don't do this. Like, he got scared because he knew it was about to be on and shit. Them cops was standing, putting their gear on and putting their shields up. They was about to be on some real shit. You know what I'm talking about? That real shit. See, I'm about that real shit, my nigga. You can't be scared of these motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now. See, that was the best day of my life was when I told my father, you will never put your hands on me again. But I'm glad my father beat me within inches of my life. I'm glad my father beat me so much my face was fucked up. I'm glad about that. Because I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I'll stand up to the biggest nigga to the smallest nigga. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out. But I'm a man of God. I'll heal. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But one thing I'm not going to let you do is run me out like I'm a sucker. Ain't no bitches over here, my nigga. And all that shit you talking about, all that Rambo shit, I be laughing at niggas. Hey, you shoot me, I probably die smiling and shit. I don't give a fuck about you because you's a coward. And the fact that you could look yourself in the mirror on that punk shit, it's funny to me. I could never look at myself and do that kind of shit. Ever. And they think they going to heaven or whatever. You going to hell, motherfucker. You just killed. First, I'm an ordained minister. I didn't do nothing. I got freedom of speech. I ain't do nothing to you. Didn't do nothing to nobody. Now you gonna kill me? Fuck you. Burn in hell, bitch. I'ma live again. Now, here we go. And everything I just said is right from the scriptures, my nigga. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to wake y'all up. I can't help it if you still scared of supremacy or whatever fuck your problem is. I just told you what the word really say. Your Messiah, talking about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus said you're going to die for the truth. Jesus said don't fear him who can kill the body but can't kill your soul. So I fear the person that can take my soul. That's God. That's all I fear. So again, Tupac told you that. Only God can judge me. You can't judge me. So now we're going to do it again. So, oh yes, let me finish up. So it was on after that female scream, and there was a cop over there. So as soon as they seen that, them dudes was getting ready. They was getting ready for whatever. And that one dude, but all the rest of them was ready. They was ready for fight, to lose their life. They was ready to take the devils on. And then And then that one dude was trying to tell, he was punking out. Oh, no, no, man, they got guns, man. This ain't the way to do this. He's scared and shit. And out of nowhere, them dudes, them cops wasn't backing down. And out of nowhere, this black cop came. He was a bald-headed black cop. And this video's on YouTube. It was a black cop that came with a bald head. And he started telling them other cops to fall back, like stand down. And they wasn't listening to him at first. And he was ranking. They still wasn't listening to him. They was getting ready to go in. And he said it again, stand down. And he kept saying it. And then they started backing up. And you started seeing all these cops backing up and shit. And I was like, praise God. As soon as these men start standing up like men, you're going to learn what I already knew. Because if you knew how many times. And it's not that I ever really did nothing. It was like, well, just fucking with you type shit. And I was never disrespectful because I'm not a disrespectful type of dude. And I don't get emotional like that because they got guns. And they don't give a fuck about you. So I just sit there and answer that question. I say, yes, sir, yes, officer, whatever. But I don't be scared. And when that one dude got crazy, this was recently. That one dude got real crazy. He knew who I was, he saw ID, everything. He still was going to throw me to the ground. And that's when I actually got mad. Because don't touch me. I'm a victim of abuse. There's no reason for you to put your hands on me because I'm knowing everything you're saying. If you're going to cuff me, go ahead. Cuff me or whatever. I'm not scared. But the touching me and talking about you going to throw me, talking about I'm tensing up and all that, you going to throw me to the ground. I was like, mm-hmm. And I told him who I knew. You go ahead and throw me, bro. And once he knew that, the motherfucker took his hands off me and everything was fine. I drove off and left like I was supposed to because I didn't do nothing. It's not my fault I heard what sounded like gunshots. I don't got no guns. You damn right I'm going to retreat. I'm not trying to get shot up. I'm not a trained officer. I have no firearms whatsoever. I don't know how to shoot no motherfucking gun. So you damn right. If I'm anywhere, listen, motherfuckers, because I might be in your neighborhood. If I'm anywhere and I hear some motherfucking gunshots, you best believe I don't got no gun. I'm not Superman. I'm not Captain America or Spider-Man or who. I'm getting the fuck out of that area, okay? Call it what you will. But those who see shit and run away, live to see shit another day, nugget. That's what I'm going to do. I don't got no guns. I'm not no thug. I'm not out here gangbanging. I'm getting the fuck out of that area as fast as possible. So they backed up, boy. They backed up and shit. So that's what it is. And more of these people are telling you. They say, oh, look, these black people, you black people, you're looting, you're destroying stuff. Yeah, because somebody just got killed unjustly. So whenever there's injustice, you're going to see that. Anytime it's an injustice, no justice, no peace, nigga. That's a universal law. So you can't just look at black people. Oh, look, yeah. Why ain't you ever looking at the motherfucker that just brutally murdered this person? It's criminal. He just broke the law. What are you talking about? Why don't you talk about that, you damn racist? I don't care if you're black or white or whatever color you're a fucking racist. Because you won't talk about the motherfucker that's breaking the law, killing people. But you're going to talk about the dead man. And everybody know you don't talk about the dead man, you stupid bitch. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody cares what you're talking about. Somebody needs to shoot your ass. Then you know what it's like. Put some black paint on your face and let you find out what it's like. So then they get mad because their powers that be come through and say fall back. And they're like, we don't want to fall back. You know, they on some gang. Because Tupac told you ain't nothing like a gang. So they still want to be on some gangster shit. So their powers that be telling them to fall back. And sometimes they still don't want to fall back because they just want to kill. When they're actually supposed to be trained that if you can avoid the situation. But I'm not mad at nobody because I know how intense it could be. And it'll only take a second at you to take your eye off somebody and you'll be dead. I'm saying I don't want to see nobody killed. But I'm sick of hearing about people being put to death that don't need to be killed. They wasn't arrested and there wasn't no weapon. There was no reason to kill these people. And I feel like if you do that, it's not just retrain you. They should try your ass. The same way any other murderer would be tried. So I end this video on back in the day. I always try to be transparent. But this is about somebody else. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But I was hanging out with this dude. That's the same dude that had gotten a violent fight. And I told you I was getting ready to go away to school. So he wanted me to keep fighting. I said, nah, man, you jumped your girlfriend, beat her ass. And now her new boyfriend, they set you up. It's even. Because, like, as a man, you shouldn't beat no female up like that anyway. So it's even. I'm not going to fight for you on that one. But if they come again, I'm with you 100%. But it seemed like you got her, they got you. It's a done deal. Stop fucking around before you get killed. You already got stabbed. So he was always on some shit. So So we was going down. I won't say where we was at because I'm not trying to put nobody on blast. We was going down this major. I'm just gonna say it's a major. I'm just gonna call it a highway. So now I want y'all to listen, because that way you know that we was in the right. Make sure you listen, because the person that did all this got in trouble. So we got stopped. Dude accused me of speeding, but I wasn't. And that was proven too. I need y'all to listen. So he starts checking the car, because he said he saw weed being passed. Now, I'll tell you, I don't smoke weed. The reason why I don't smoke weed, because I used to get real depressed, because I'm a thinker. I'm a deep thinker. So weed would make, so I don't, but the dude, they was passing some shit. That was him and his girlfriend in, because that's the day she was in my car, the same girl he eventually would beat the shit out of. But the guy that stopped us couldn't find it or whatever. But he still gave me a ticket. So I was real mad, because I felt like, dude, I wouldn't have got this ticket if it wasn't for y'all passing that joint back and forth. But this dude still got, so I had to go to the state. This is in New Jersey. I had to go to the state. And the woman, this is how God works. See, I used to go to school out there. It used to be a school out there over that bridge in North Jersey. You go over that bridge in Perth Amboy Bridge. And it was a school out there I went to. And that lady came to our school, because we was on that particular location every day. So she was telling us to obey the limit and don't be drinking and shit, because we was fresh out of high school. So, you know, we was still wilding and we would be in the parking lot drinking and all kind of crazy shit, because you young and stupid. So she told us, you know, don't do that. So I knew who she was. So they sent me to our nation's capital for this. I had to go down there, but this is God. See, sometimes you think God is disciplining you, but he's actually helping you. So it was that same woman. I had to meet her. And she said, yeah, I remember you were sitting in that classroom. I said, yeah. And she said, so tell me what happened, because you got a lot of points or whatever, a lot of tickets and shit. I said, and I manned up. I said, okay, the other tickets, I deserved it. I said, but this one, I ain't do nothing. I told her the truth and shit, and she believed me. She said, well, listen, I can't help you because you got too many, you definitely going to lose your license. She said, but I do notice that the officer didn't say no speed. Every other officer said the speed you were doing. I do notice it. So I think that he didn't know it, but he was already under investigation. She said, don't worry, we're going to take your information seriously. And he got busted. They busted his ass because he was profiling, and that's all he was doing, unjustly stopping people. They kicked his ass. I think they kicked his ass off the force. So God is powerful, my nigga. That's why I said, please, don't act like you can't teach me shit. God has been teaching me since I was little. I'm born for this, my nigga. We at the peak of seeing a great deliverance from God, and I still got silly ass people to come to me with third dimensional bullshit. Don't do that. Support the ministry. Give back. Give back. If you need help, try walking in the spirit first. Stop looking for some human to save you. Can't no human save you. God is going to save you. Go in the description video right now and take the walk in the spirit video seriously. And if you don't like the video, you can also read if you like. Because some people are talking about a transcript. Do you think I got time to be writing out some transcripts, my nigga? For real. So if you like to read, go in the description box. Go on Faith Writers. Under Greg Sayre, there's tons of things you can read if you like to read. But stop this dumb shit contacting me trying to send me to an early grave. I'm here with Mama. We on some Tupac shit right now. We on some Stavante Clark shit right now. You heard? We on some real shit where we tired of this motherfucker unjustly killing us. That's where we want to start. We don't want to die no more, sir. Okay? It's your job. If you say anything, you have every right. Nobody's saying you don't have a right to stop and ask questions or whatever. And you might meet a Moor that don't feel like he's going to answer your questions. And if he's telling you it's based on the law, well then if you're enforcing the law, then it should be handled lawfully if a Moor don't want to answer your questions. Handle it the best way you think you should. But the killing is what I'm talking about. We can't have that no more. No more. That's the word from the Divine Mother. No more criminals breaking the law and getting away with it. Criminals breaking the law to subjugate and kill our people. And then the same law they go into don't even discipline them or nothing. We're not really having that no more. And that's the message from Mama. See, we're a maternal people. See, if you go back to the ancients, they were maternal people. It's only this recent beast that's come out to try to make everything paternal. But it's always been about the divine feminine. And she's back. That's why all these little perverts are going to jail for abusing these women with Jupiter and Scorpio. See, as above, so below. That's why your Bible told you about the star that led them to Jesus. Without knowing your natal chart, without astrology, you walking around blind. And I'm not the only one saying it. If I was the only one saying it, then you could say, oh yeah, you just saying that for a selfish reason. First off, it ain't selfish, because I ain't making no money off this shit. You understand? I'm trying to help your stupid ass. That's why I don't put up with nobody talking crazy to me. I'm trying to help your stupid ass. Get your shit together. You should be saying thank you. You should be giving back. Now, every major scholar, every major intelligent person out here is telling you, make sure you got your NATO. Peace out to Thomas More, because me and him went back and forth, and he finally went ahead and did it and learned a whole lot of information. Donnell, brother Donnell, just had a situation in his life where he got a moon reading. That shit helped him understand shit. We not out here playing no games, nigga. We not on no silly shit. And what else? So yeah, so that's where we at right now. So it's going to still go out like that. And again, peace out to the memory of Stephen. Now the reason why I'm saying Stephen, because in the Bible, I'm talking about Acts chapter 7. That's why I keep saying Stephen, because I know this is Mama. This is God. Now his name might be Stephan Clark. But I'm going to keep saying Stephen because it's in my heart. Y'all don't understand. I'm speaking from my heart. This is Stephen being killed again. Because that's how Apostle Paul... See, y'all don't even see what's happening. Saul would have never became Paul if it wasn't for Stephen. I'm telling you right now, I'm on my Paul shit right now. And Paul, when it came to that spiritual stuff, he was a beast for God. And I'm telling you, that's what's happening right now. See, that's why you got to understand metaphysics. Because you'll never understand God or the Divine Mother till you understand metaphysics. That's why I'm always teaching you that. Bobby Hemmett taught you that. Delbert Blair taught you that. No disrespect to Phil Valentine. He teaches, Phil Valentine, he teaches you a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's Valentine or Valentine. He's teaching you a lot of stuff, but right now we need to focus. Bro, no disrespect, but we really need to. See, Delbert Blair was trying to warn you and tell you, but he was old too. He was an older man. And Bobby was just real. Bobby was when Bobby first came out, that was a real live nigga. I love me some Bobby Hemmett. Especially the earlier Bobby, when he kept it 100. So we on that right now. We on a 100 right now. So that's all we saying. Oh, now all that other shit, ain't nobody worrying about none of that. We don't see. I've always been devoted to God since I was little, so I've never worried about no threats. That's why I said that. When I tell you about Doc and Coachman, see, Doc and Coachman was a certified. He was doing business with both gangs out on the west side. This is a dude that came from New Jersey on the west coast. And he had respect from all the gangsters on both sides. He had respect from all the rappers out there. Doc was that nigga back in the day. In fact, to keep it 100, Doc was the first dude that had like big cars out there. And Doc was the first dude that was living in mansions out there because it's easier to get mansion on the west side. And then Doc was that nigga that would come in the club with a cell phone. But back then, cell phones looked like big-ass walkie-talkies. For you niggas that ever made some money, you'll know that the early cell phones looked like big-ass walkie-talkies. So that they would be in a club and they would say, who is that dude and what is he on? Now, here's a dude in New Jersey that's balling more better than any nigga on the west side. So that was Doc. That's a real live nigga. I got nothing but respect for him, but it's more like a family issue with him. It's more like a brother issue with him. And he just gotta, like, sometimes you, I don't know how to tell you this, but sometimes you gotta go back to where you come from to remember where you've been. See, me and him would have to see each other eye to eye. Because you ain't gonna come out of jail and the first person you give money to when you need money when you first get out of jail. So that's how real I am. So that nigga knew that. So I'm the same nigga that you got. As soon as you got out of jail, you went over that dude's house, got that money, and you came to my house right up the street, right around the corner, whatever, and dropped off money. I don't know you like that. I don't owe you nothing. You don't owe me nothing. But that's how real I am. But that's how real shit go. Because I do. It's this nigga. So this nigga out here, he real private. But he hit me up too. But he a street nigga. Because I tried to find out who this dude was. He never said nothing to me. This dude hit me off and was gone. So I was just trying to find out who he was. I know he a street dude too. But he hit me with some saying. Just like y'all talk about MC Hammer. Y'all don't know how many gangsters represented Hammer. So one time Hammer came on Oprah and he said he was bankrupt. And them gangsters came to his crib and just dropped cash. And Hammer called them niggas up and said, come back and get it. Because I don't know who's seen you. I don't know who followed you. But listen, man. Bottom line. A gift is a gift no matter how you look at it. I'm not scared of these motherfucking monkeys. Because they're going to lie anyway. They're going to lie anyway. If they're going to find a reason, fuck them motherfuckers. I'm sick of being lied on. bullied, pushed around. I was in a parking lot just 3 days ago, minding my own business, and the motherfucker behind that booth was an asshole, and he was just treating me like garbage because he saw a person of color. Then he profiles me. He asked to see my license when I'm not supposed to. Listen, your own paperwork say I don't have to. Under this circumstance, I don't have to show you my license. Why are you asking for my license? I had to ask this motherfucker that. And then I finally called him back, told him off exactly what I thought about him, exactly who I really am. Because God told me, let these people know who you are. You about to put a bullet in the head of an ordained minister. You about to throw an ordained minister of God on the ground. And you know I'm an ordained minister, but you still going to throw me on the ground because you're so demonized. You got so much devils in you. And I understand things ain't easy and all that. I understand your job ain't easy. And it is life threatening. I understand that. But ain't nobody resisting none of that. So why you going to throw me to the ground just so you can beat me up? Well, go ahead. Go for it, homie. I'm still waiting. Go for it. I might probably get it at some point. But then I'm going to get back. Like, I'm not scared of y'all, nigga. Like I made my father scared in his own fucking house. I'm not type of nigga. Y'all got to understand. Say, all my shit is real. We not going back down. I'm fighting with God. This is David on your Goliath punk ass. We not scared of you. I'm not calling you out, but I'm not scared of you when you come with that silly shit either. Let's just all have a good day, my nigga. Stop fucking with Savante. Stop fucking with him. All right? Somebody should be talking to him with some love, some counseling or something. Nigga lost his brother to some punk shit. I'd be mad too. Then y'all still gonna try to find a reason to lock it. Just like y'all did Ronnie King. Beat the shit out that nigga. And the whole time Ronnie talking about can't we all get along and I'm not mad at nobody. And y'all still fucking with him. Stop fucking with us, bro. You're on your way out no matter how you look at it, bro. You on your way out. Nobody's scared of you, bro. I've stood up to bullies my whole life. My father being the biggest bully I ever knew. I'm still here. He been dead since 79. God struck him down. Let me end the video on that as a prophecy to these enemies. So my father used to think he was a tough guy, beat the shit out of my mother, beat the shit out of me, beat the shit out of my older sister. He used to beat her up so bad in the room I'm in now, I could still hear her screaming. The dude was a beast. Not that he was a bad dude, but he just let them spirits get in him. And then the difference that he had was fucking with him. And then life was fucking with him because he was losing everything he had that made him feel like a man. I know what the devil did to him, but he still was wrong. He'll never be right for what he did. So now, every Christmas, we would have an issue with my father. He'd get drunk or something, but every Christmas, beat somebody or whatever. Every Christmas, he would fuck it up every Christmas. So this particular Christmas, he had been put in the hospital for heart. And so on that Christmas, it was close to Christmas Eve, they told him, okay, you can go on home. Because they told him you got heart trouble, it's nothing we could do for you. But you can go on home and celebrate Christmas with your family. It might be your last Christmas. Because that's how they used to talk to you back in the day. You got 6 months to live. You got 6 weeks to live. It wasn't nothing about no pills and no shit like that. At least not for us, not for people of color. Because I got a friend that's a nurse. And she be trying to tell me, yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did have a way to help you. I said, first off, you way younger than me. How do you know? You way younger, because me and her be going back and forth. How do you know? You way younger than me. How you telling me what it was like back in the day? You wasn't born back then. But she was determined to say, yes, there was a way to help him. So then it had to be a black thing. They just didn't give a fuck about you. If there was a way to help people. But I remember, because even Carol Burnett used to do a joke. You got like 6 months to live and shit. There used to be a joke on Carol Burnett. That's how they used to talk to you. You got 6 months. You got 3 months to live. And send your ass home. So they got the phone call. I guess it was from my father telling my mother, oh, could you come pick me up? And he was coming home. So my younger sister started crying. She like, I ain't ready for him to come home. Because she knew he was going to fuck the holiday up. Everybody knew it. And so my mom's went and got him. And I guess they stopped for some gas. And I don't know what happened with all that. But that nigga was dead. So God struck his ass down before he could come home causing more drama. So I know God, and I'm telling you, I don't care how much firepower you got. I don't care how many of y'all you got. You won't win. And I want y'all to know that. No matter what y'all do, y'all not going to win. Your time is up. Your 400 years is up. And I'm going to say something else too. Listen to what I said for any real man out there. When my own friends that I grew up with, that was like family to me, When they said we gonna jump this dude that I didn't like, he didn't like me, I didn't like him, none of us liked that dude, but they was gonna jump him. I told my own friends, I was more of a man to say, oh no, you ain't. If you jump him, you gonna have a problem with me. I'm gonna fight on his side, even though I don't like him, because that's some punk shit. What type of cowards are y'all? So that's what I'm saying to you gentlemen. I don't believe in no code of silence. The code of silence is wrong. I don't believe in no code of silence if you killing innocent people that don't need to be killed. Just because a dude's black don't mean you got a right to kill his ass. Just because a dude is black don't mean you got a right to follow him in your store and make his day a living hell. That's some satanic spirit on you that the Divine Mother is saying it's not going to work no more. You're going to start being held responsible for your actions. And if you really want to be a man, a peace officer, then pursue peace. Because that's what I would do. That's what I would do. And I want to end this video on this officer. He was new on the force. I don't remember where. I really don't. But I remember hearing about this. Something happened to that officer where he actually got into a shootout with other police officers. And he was trying to call his commanding officer on the phone. He was trying to get away. And he ended up getting killed. Now, I know they killed him because he was a righteous officer. See, I've been around military, like, even when I was young. I was up in upstate New York on a fort out there, too. I met Hillary Clinton out there. Shook her hand. This was back in 2000. This is God. All this is God making points. What I'm trying to tell y'all is, it's different now. You can't just, you won't get away with it. Just like I used to tell you, won't get away with it no more. And to come against me, like, this is righteous blood. This is righteous blood. And it's not me blowing my own horn, but this is somebody that has served God for decades. This is righteous blood. You better not send to that ground. You better have a reason for throwing me to a ground or whatever the fuck y'all talking about. Shooting somebody. The stupid shit y'all do that don't need to be done. That's why it's stupid, because you're killing people that they're not wicked. They're just people in the hood. Some black guy is some. What the fuck are you doing? You'll sit there and hold conversations with the mob. Or y'all will fight. Sometimes y'all will get into a fist fight with the mob. But you don't blow their fucking brains out. So why are you killing these black dudes? They don't even got guns or nothing. It's like I said, you go after like people with no guns. If you really want to kill some niggas, go kill some niggas that got guns. Since you really want to kill niggas that got guns like you. But you cowards, you picking on people that don't got guns and shit. That's some punk shit. I could never look at myself in the mirror. I could never even respect myself. And that's why they're so angry. Why they're so angry. It's not because it's all kind of people doing it. It's black people doing it, white people doing it, women doing it. It's just crazy. Just a hatred for people that are that don't need to be killed. So Mama's saying enough of that. You'll see. You'll see. Peace out to anybody who's real. Peace out to anybody who understands what I'm saying. To that dude, I don't even know your name. You just came out of nowhere, supporting me. Peace out to you. But I did go looking for you, though. So if you hear this video. Oh, I never told y'all. One of my greatest moments out here. One day I just got mad because I had so many people coming at me. This is when I had that other channel with the Ethiopia title. That channel no longer exists. But I did this video that I just went in 100%. Hardcore truth. So when I went to work that day, I was at work and I felt guilty. I said, as soon as I get home, I'm going to take that video down. Because I usually don't do that. I said, but that video was so hard. It was just telling the truth. I said, I'm going to take that video down. When I got home, a gangster, he emailed me. And he was like, yo, thanks for that video. That really helped me put things in perspective. And he asked me where could he get a Bible and shit. So most of his life, he never believed in the Bible or nothing. But from what I said. So I'm out here for like just telling you all the truth. When I say real, you could be a male, female, black, white, whatever you are, whatever color, whatever race. But it's time for some honesty. Some real truth. Now, when you see two, it sounds like truth. Tupac. So it's time for that now. And that Pac or Pac means the covenant. That's the covenant for the Hebrews in the Bible. They call it the Hebrews in the Moor. And Shakur, I think I was talking earlier about I think he was an Aztec. I know he was an Inca. Tupac was an Inca chief, but they still were related to the Aztecs and the Mayans. So this guy, his name was Tupac Amaru, and he was a Tupac Amaru II. See, that number 2 keep coming up, like I keep telling y'all about the second death. And he was of the royal family of the Incas, and that's where Tupac got his name from. So that spirit of that Inca chief is still going around. I just told you. Now go back to the picture. Police chief. I hope some of y'all caught that. If you caught what I just said, because I just showed you how God is talking. If you caught what I just said, God bless you. You're going to be blessed, because that means God is talking to you and you're receiving God's messages. Now, if you're one of these people that's just out here on some other shit, you may not have caught what I just showed you. I just showed you why they had that word chief. I told you when I saw it. Why are they saying chief? Because of Tupac Amaru, the chief. And this is what Stavante is representing, that spirit of Pac. But that spirit, that spark, is on fire. And that's why Tupac is on fire. And these devils are about to go down in hell, because they're probably not going to repent. They're going to burn forever in hell. And these people of God, the real people of God that they've been abusing and raping and robbing and everything they've been doing to stealing all our ideas and all that, it's about to be reversed. The curse is about to be reversed with the sparking of the Tupac spirit. God bless.